Today, I want to talk about one of the strangest subsets of people in the entire world, okay? And that is serial killer fangirls, aka people who are thirsting online shamelessly, may I add, over literal murderers. And more specifically, I want to talk about the Wade Wilson fandom, because this is something like I've never seen before in my entire life. They make K-pop stans seem completely tame in comparison, because I know damn well if BTS went on a killing spree, BTS would lose some fans. And Wade Wilson, on the other hand, hasn't lost a single fan. In fact, he's killed multiple people, and people want him out of jail because he's hot. For those of you who are unaware of who Wade Wilson is, he's known as the Deadpool killer because he shares the same name as Deadpool, number one, and two, because he's killed some people. Wade Wilson did some very bad things. I won't get too deep into his crimes, but what you do need to know is that back in 2019, in the matter of, 24, 36 hours, this man, for no apparent reason at all whatsoever, strangled a woman to death, and then met up with his girlfriend, attempted to kill her as well, but he failed, leaving her with serious injuries. And then he went on to pick a random lady up off the road and attempted to strangle her to death as well. And when he realized he failed and that she was still alive, he proceeded to, quote, run her over until she looked like spaghetti. His words, not mine. And in August of 2024, he was put on death row, and he's now awaiting the death penalty. That's really all the context you need to know that Wade Wilson is a very bad guy. But that is not stopping herds of women from making fan accounts for him, starting petitions for him to get out of prison, amongst much, much more crazy shit that we will get into in a little bit. There's a word for this, though, a word for people who are in love with killers, and the term is hybristophilia. People who are into hybristophilia are usually women, but there's some men too. As you'll see later, there are men as well. But I'd say about 90% of these people are probably women. And I believe it's mainly probably because serial killers are predominantly men. And I gotta just briefly go over some of the causes that Wikipedia states for why some people have hybristophilia, because it almost seems like Wikipedia is throwing shade at these people, which rightfully so. Such as some people believe they can change a man as cruel and powerful as a serial killer. I'm sure you've heard the term, I can change him, or I can change her. That's what this is. Another reason being others see the little boy that the killer once was and seek to nurture him. And the other two reasons essentially being clout and the idea of the perfect boyfriend. She knows where he is at all times and knows he's thinking about her. While she can claim that somebody loves her, she does not have to endure the day-to-day issues involved in most relationships. There's no laundry to do, no cooking for him, and no accountability to him. She can keep the fantasy charged up for a long time. And while I do think it is a little bit of a stretch that somebody would fall in love with serial killers for the sole fact that they don't want to do laundry or cook for their boyfriend, I do think it is a pretty low-maintenance boyfriend. You don't got to see him every day, and you don't got to worry about him cheating with another woman, at least. Now, this hybristophilia thing, it's nothing new. There's many examples of this in history of people in the past, like Richard Ramirez, an infamous serial killer, being thirsted over and even getting married while in prison. Ted Bundy as well. He had tons of women getting all dolled up, showing up to his trials, fawning over him. I mean, you could cure cancer and you wouldn't get half the fan mail these guys get. And if you're wondering what fan mail to a serial killer looks like, here's a couple of examples. This is fan mail sent to a man named Sam Little, who is thought to have killed up to 93 people. One letter says, "Good morning, dear Papa. I have never received anything as sweet and thoughtful as you asking me to hold hands with you, Papa. My heart is full. That was very tender of you to do that." Ending the letter with, "I love you." And this woman was referring to a drawing in which Sam traced his hand and sent it to this woman, and she had traced her hand on top of his and sent it back to him. So it's almost like they're holding hands. Very romantic and very mentally unwell. Another woman sending in a picture of her legs pretending to be dead. "Did I do good, Daddy?" it says. So clearly something went wrong in human evolution that has led us to this point. And I think hybristophilia is getting worse. I'm not going to lie. And I think one of the main reasons that it's getting worse is because we're just desensitized to true crime these days. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have things like true crime mukbangs where some girl is slurping on ramen noodles as she's telling us about some dude who got his head bashed in with a hammer. And people are watching this and eating along with it. And you even have things like true crime cleaning videos where if you've never seen one of these before, they are something to behold. It's people cleaning up real crime scenes as they're saying nonchalant shit like this.
I've seen more than my fair share of brains and other bodily excretions. I remember my first time cleaning up brain matter and thinking to myself that it was so much thicker than I had imagined. It honestly didn't even register to me that I was cleaning up human remains. Really, I was just telling myself that I'm cleaning up like strawberry jello or something like that.
What's your favorite type of death cleanup you do? So interesting question, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but the ones where the body has been left decomposing for 3+ weeks are always a fun challenge.
So it's really simple math. You take in the fact that we're desensitized to true crime, you add in a smidgen of brain rot, then you add a little bit of, I don't know, too much dark romance novel consumption, and that's when you get the Wade Wilson fandom. And they're the main reason I made this video, because some of the insane accounts I found simping for this guy, Wade Wilson, it's shocking. In fact, it's so bad that if you go on TikTok and all you type in is Wade Wilson, nothing else, this is the #1 video that pops up.
And way down we go, 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 and way down.
An edit of him in court making some gestures down towards his groin area. And people they're loving it. They're eating this up. Like this girl right here. How to explain to your husband this is your type. If I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw my wife leaving this comment under this post, I'm packing her bags. Or I'm filing the papers, immediate divorce. Another lady commenting, his eyes, please God save him. His eyes? What about the white supremacy tattoos or the swastikas on both his face and his head? This one is equally insane, I will say.
I lose control.
This is him and his lawyer strategizing in the courtroom, and people are making relationship edits of it. And the comments on this are absolutely unbelievable. You have Harley Quinn and Joker comparisons. You have this guy saying, or girl, I'm assuming actually, saying she doesn't want to fall in love. That's why she won't look at him. Seemingly all positive comments as well. Like Jenny says, I want this man in my life. I'm not sure which of the 5 hybristophilia causes that we read on Wikipedia these women are suffering from, but they're failing to realize the glaring fact that he'll just murder them. I think they're forgetting that his girlfriend was one of his victims. But the thing is, they're not forgetting because they know this. Blows my mind, really. But the thing that really shocks me about some of these accounts that are thirsting for serial killers is that a lot of them are just using their face. Like at least some of these edits we looked at previously, you don't see anybody's face, so nobody's really going to get in trouble. It's hard to trace it back to you. Like your employers aren't going to find that. But then you have people like this who are just thirsting with their whole damn face in frame.
Spit on that thing. Fuck. Ooh, baby, do you know that's what? Fuck. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
This lady in particular might be one of Wade Wilson's top super fans, but imagine your mom posting some shit like this and the kids at school find this shit. If I was the principal at her son's school and I found these videos, I would just expel the kid for his own good. I'd be like, sorry, kid, you did nothing wrong. It's just your mom posted a video giving a serial murderer a sloppy blowjob. And I just know people are going to find this and bully the shit out of you. But just when I thought it was over, I saw this, and I swear to God, I thought it was a joke. But if you click on her page, she's spamming this shirt and going on free Wade Wilson rants in multiple languages. And this kind of came out of nowhere, too, because she was posting thirst traps and book quotes, and halfway through her account, she decided to become a Wade Wilson fan account. And there's just tons of accounts like this. Those are just a couple of them. And guys, Wade Wilson is a master manipulator, but not just of women. He also has some male groupies as well. Here is Wade whispering sweet nothings over the jail phone to a man who's well known in the Florida prison scene for being an older, rich, sugar daddy type character.
Dude, you're ridiculously fucking gorgeous. Your eyes are Like you are, and you're 6'4", 250. It's like, please. It's
You're
like,
gorgeous too, Joe. You are.
oh, whatever. Dude, I'm older. It's okay. I've had my time in the spotlight. Like,
Oh,
no idea whatever the fuck I wanted, but
Quit.
you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Joe, you're
man.
still fine. Don't say you're old. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're just a number.
Oh my
Come
God,
on.
I'm literally, so I'm drinking with my buddy at the bar. Like I'll send you a picture of the water and him right now.
Oh, please, yes, please do.
Yeah. But it's like, but I'm at the restaurant that's not open next to us with a hard on right now. I'm about to. I have to work at 7 tonight. I'm going to run one
Oh
out.
my God, I wish I could feel it.
God, I hope they don't feel any or play any of this on the news ever.
Me too. I don't think they will, Joe. I don't think they will.
Hey, but
I don't think they will.
wait.
Yeah,
How about like literally, man?
yeah.
I enjoy talking to you.
Yeah.
You make me happy when we communicate. How about we do this? No matter what the F happens in the future,
Okay.
let's be there for each other.
I'll be there for you no matter what. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah. If you'll be there for me, I'll be there for you. I mean it.
I
promise, Joe.
will.
Yeah.
Hey, but I
Hey,
gotta
listen,
get
when
my buddy.
you wrote me back last night on the kiosk, I would try to respond, but I didn't have any credits. So
Okay, I'll send you credits.
Okay,
You
yeah.
want some credits?
Yeah, if you can,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll send you credits right now, of course.
All right.
So
Send me
that's
will you
not
send me
an issue,
that? Will you send me that picture too of the water
Yeah, I'll
and
send you a
everything?
picture of my buddy and the
right.
water. Yep.
All right.
Thank you for calling, Wade.
And he did that all for some damn kiosk credits. So the guy clearly doesn't care, male, female. He will run anybody dry. Anybody who will give him an opportunity to better his life, he will manipulate that person. And it's very clear after listening to that. There's also petitions to free Wade Wilson from prison. This particular petition that I want to show you right now is not that. This one is to get him off the hook for the death penalty. And it almost has 30,000 signatures. And I understand that a lot of these people are signing it because they inherently disagree with the death penalty, but a lot of people are signing it for unusual reasons. Some of the reasons for signing this petition include, I'm trying to marry him, please don't kill my future husband, as well as, this man fine, I want to suck him. This fandom is just a different breed of people, and a lot of people sent in video messages on why he deserves to be free. This one probably being the most convincing, and it's almost made me sign the petition, I'm not gonna lie.
I think he deserves a second chance because you can see that he did his tattoos in his face because he feels sad, he had a hard life. So I think he deserves a second chance. He doesn't deserve their penalty.
Well said, well said. Let him out because he has tattoos on his face and he's sad. But to be fair, a lot of these people signing this, like I said before, are people who just don't agree with the death penalty. I don't think 30K people are signing this because they want to suck him, but what the fuck do I know? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. And while most of these Wade Wilson fanatics are just living in a fantasy world and they're relatively harmless individuals, there is a meme that comes to mind with some unexpectedly profound wisdom. And it goes a little something like this. The chances of being killed by Mario are low, but never zero. Now you might be thinking, what in the fuck does a Mario meme have to do with this situation? Well, it actually relates in a very chilling way because there is a real case of a true crime fanatic named Shay Groves, who reminds me a lot of these Wade Wilson simps. She was obsessed with serial killers, plastering her bedroom walls with pictures of infamous murderers like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, and she binge-watched true crime shows. She idolized these men, and ultimately, she ended up stabbing her boyfriend over 20 times. And afterwards, she even bragged about it to a friend over FaceTime or over a phone call as she was cleaning up the scene. So yeah, the chances of being killed by a Wade Wilson stan, they're low, but never zero. Now, with all these serial killer fangirls, I don't think it really matters which serial killer they're in love with. They're all suffering from the same thing. And I think it has something to do with the true crime content that they're consuming. They've kind of just lost sight of reality. I think they're failing to internalize that the people, for example, the people Wade Wilson killed, are real people. And they're failing to realize, or at least internalize, that these were real events and many families were destroyed because of this guy. And Wade Wilson has openly admitted that he would do it again. So any thought in their heads of, oh, I could change him, no, he'll kill you. He'll kill you as well. And he said that he would do it. Anyways, I just thought this topic was insane and I wanted to share it with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.